Hey everyone, welcome to kind of my new channel. I've changed the what it looks like a little bit because I have finished my book, and all my work now is done towards helping people understand that they have access to admin mode in their lives, and that they can reprogram their lives to have the lives that they want. This is kind of my life's work now. I think I've discovered a framework for helping people change that is extremely powerful. For me, it's been the only thing that's changed me, and it is why I'm so excited to be sharing this work on this channel. I'm going to be using YouTube as my main channel. Whenever I do have a new client, what I'm going to be doing is going through the script or glitchy programming that they showed up with, and how we move forward with the session. Each one is each session is going to be one of 5 hamster wheels playing out in a particular way. There's a little variation added to these hamster wheels because you're either jammed up on the right or on the left. All humans are running this glitchy programming. And so the session is always there to show you how glitchy it is and how to change your life in that particular area. I was talking to someone earlier and they said, Rob, what is the outcome of doing this work? And it is really peace, to be able to enjoy your life. I think it's really that is, when you're peaceful and calm and you can enjoy your life, you laugh more, your energy increases, you're not racked by anxiety and fear, and you live a full life. That's the outcome of using this work. So it's the most valuable thing you can do, is to be playing this game, going into admin mode. And as I like to frame it, it is a game. I had a coffee with a friend, designer, earlier today, and he mentioned that he is going to be dating again. So we talked. He was telling me about this guy on YouTube or somewhere that's called Home Mathematics, or something, and how women, all these things. Women are all looking for the top 2%, and so the men underneath are non-people. It's kind of brutal, scary. I think at the end he kind of said, it's scary. How do you play this game? And I just said, no, it's not. That's not how this world is. You are at the center of your world, and your programming creates your reality. So it's an internal game. Dating isn't out there. It's an internal game. It's like you're dating yourself. You have to learn to understand the self, and in doing so, you'll attract someone of equal frequency. So it's beautiful. And he made a joke like, "You mean I'm in charge?" And we both laughed. But it is beautiful. And coming back to the session I had today, I had someone on the right of the wheel who is very driven, very focused, always working, very good, very able to see valuable things. He works in very highly valuable area of his business. What was fascinating was, and I knew it, there would be something unable. So the hamster wheel he was showing was with, I'm able, this is going really well, but I'm unable to deal with this particular area of life, and it's inevitable. So whenever I have someone who's based on the right-hand side of the hamster wheel, he's always driven, always trying to fix things, always makes things better, always wanting to be right, extremely able, driven, dominant, masculine, and that could be a woman. They will show with something that balances that internal programming. And the programming, because it was created by the 4-year-old or before yourself, it's always glitchy, meaning that the wheel always balances. The more energy you spin on a hamster wheel, the more likely you are to go to the other side. The faster you go, the harder you go, or you just get exhausted, like people on the left. Or they try and avoid movement, the people on the left. So, he went to a few different areas where he was unable. What was interesting was he was so able to create a lot of money, but he was unable to stop himself from spending it. and it was huge amounts of spending, so that he ended up with nothing. So there was no worth at the end, and worth or worthlessness drives the hamster wheel to try and be valuable, because our needs are not met. I'm going to keep going at this work, guys. And when I say guys, I mean you, the one person who's listening to me now. If you want to change, if you're tired of looking for self-help things to manage your emotions, or why you start something then you stop doing it, and all the trauma and everything you've been through, this is all you need. You just work with this. Take responsibility and start playing the game. And that's why I'm constantly going to be talking about admin mode. And that's what I told this guy. And because he's on the right, you might be on the left, you might be on the right listening to this. Because this client was on the right, they really don't like being told what to do. They definitely don't like to be told that they're unable. And so at the end of it, I was framing the session like a high performance session. At the end of the day, this is high performance. Do you want to perform well at life? Do you want to enjoy so success is enjoying what you have. Success is enjoying your life. That's the metrics of success. But we're all jammed up on faulty programming, which, I have these guys that come to me, they're the highest of the high in their position, or they're billionaires or whatever, and they feel completely worthless. They're so unhappy. Why? Because the script's glitchy, and everyone's running this, and no one realizes. So this work is extremely valuable. In the last month and a bit, I've had, so in the last few months, I've had 3 clients come to me with children who are suicidal, under the age of 12. Maybe one was a little bit older than 12, but one was 10 and another one was very, around 8 or something. And so why do I mention that is that this work is so important, because the outcome of running glitchy programs isn't just anxiety, etc. It has real consequences where people decide to not live this life anymore because they're completely caught in the programming. And the parents, I will be doing separate videos for parents who have kids and how to parent. Not because I'm like Mr. Perfect Parenting, but I understand how the mind works and how these glitchy programs are passed on to the children. So raising a child is, again, an internal game of the adult. So if there's a child who's really struggling, it's the parent's duty to work on going into admin mode, because it's the parents that their hamster wheels are passed down to their children's hamster wheels, and those children's hamster wheels are slightly smaller, if you'd like. But the big adult hamster wheel, if it's driven to be able, hates unableness, one of the kids is going to be driving the same hamster wheel, but because it's small, it's like a wheel that dominates another wheel, or energetically causes the other wheel to just spin out of control. That's what I've found a lot. So it happens more and more because collective hamster wheels, the collective hamster wheels of achievement, ableness, being right, etc., are spinning faster and faster out of control, accentuated by the social media and this fiat system that you're having to work harder and harder for money that is debasing. So you're working harder and harder for less and less. So it's causing huge disconnect in the family, and which accelerates and magnifies these hamster wheels that are destroying our children and the adults. So let's go. Let's start spreading the word. This isn't a religion or anything. It's just there's facts, there's truths. If you look at your own behavior, you'll see that you have these hamster wheels. When you realize the hamster wheel's running and you observe it, it will start to dissolve. The more you see it, the less it shows up, and then your life will completely transform. And remember, these hamster wheels run you. They're encoded by small children, babies, that we're running those old programs, and they pull in your experiences in this life. So if you want to change your life, You have to go inwards and change yourself via this admin mode work. If you want to change the world, which at the moment seems to be spinning out of control, if you're scared and worried about that, that's an internal game as well. Remember, there's no separation of what you see and what's within. Okay, so it's about time we stop trying to change everything, shouting at everything. It's time for a revolution, which comes from within. All right, thanks so much for listening, and look out for new videos. If you enjoyed this, like it. I'd love to hear from your comments, and subscribe. It helps my channel. Thanks so much.